So, as I've said, the 1950s Cinderella is by far my favorite movie in all of existence. It's my favorite over Star Wars Episode 3. It's my favorite over The Three Caballeros. It's my favorite over every one of the almost 100 movies I have watched so far in this process. And nothing will ever beat it. It will always hold a special place in my heart. And there's just hundreds of memories attached to it. I've watched this movie bajillions of times. I've worn through so many discs and VHSs and everything possible. Like, it's perfect. I'll sit here and watch it and quote it as it plays. It's beautiful. 10 out of 10, no notes, no hesitation. But there are a couple points I like to talk about while we're here. My first is, if you haven't watched it recently, give it another watch. It's gorgeous. My all-time favorite scene is when the prince and Cinderella first meet, and the Duke is kind of like heckling the king, and he's like, you know what you want something out of a romance movie. And he describes what's happening as it happens. He's like, the young prince bows to the assembly. Suddenly he stops, he looks up, for lo, there she stands, and there she is. And it's just a beautiful scene, and I love the drama. And then they go into the dancing, and so this is love, and it is just perfection. It is beautiful, it is amazing, it is gorgeous. And another amazing scene, not only is it beautifully done when Lady Tremaine realizes that Cinderella is, the mystery lady, gorgeous scene, but also at the end where Lady Tremaine tries to stop her from winning because she's like, nah, you don't get anything good, and trips the Duke, and the crystal breaks. The crystal heel breaks, the glass slipper breaks, and everyone's like, oh my goodness, and Cinderella's like, well, I have the other slipper, and then it's like, gorgeous. Beautiful, amazing. I love it. So those are my favorite scenes. But overall, it's a great story, and there's some things I like to note other than that, which is one, Cinderella does not go to the ball to meet the prince. She goes to the ball because, you know what, she wants something nice in her life. And that's completely valid, because throughout this entire time, she does not complain, she does not struggle, she does what she's got to do, she deals with all the crap her family gives her, and she keeps on going. She keeps struggling along with her mice's friends and stuff, and she's living her life. It's not necessarily the perfect life. It's not happy. She definitely, it sucks, but, she does what she's got to do, and she never goes, wow, I need someone to save me. Oh, my goodness. In the beginning, she's talking about, wishes and dreams and stuff, but you don't really know what they are, and that's all that really matters. She's never oh, my God, prince, save me. She doesn't even realize that the prince is the prince, and I think that's really important to point out, because people talk about her in such a terrible manner. She does not realize the prince is the prince until after the fact, until he's hunting for her. And even then, he's hunting for her. He's the one who wants to marry her. And yeah, she wants to marry him too, which you can argue that love at first sight is fake, but it's a fairy tale. Of course we want love at first sight. Why not? Cinderella is just a wonderful character. She is majestic. She is gorgeous. The prince is gorgeous. The whole story is gorgeous. I love the 1950s, 40s, and 50s clothing. So her dress, even her work dress is gorgeous. And they really put a lot of effort into this movie. And I believe it was Mary Blair who did the coloring. And it's just such beautiful scenery front to back. There are no ending to what I can say about this movie. And I'd like to leave with this, because I do know I've seen the 2015 Cinderella remake once or twice, but I won't go into that yet. But I will say the mice play a really big role in the story, but in a really nice way. They're not there as the angel on her shoulder. They're not Sebastian and them. They're there and they're helping her. They are the heroes of the story, even more than the fairy godmother, because the fairy godmother gets her there with the magic and stuff, and it's a beautiful, amazing scene, which is another one of my favorite scenes. The whole sequence, especially when she gets her dress, that is not a baby blue. That dress is every color of the rainbow and none at the same time. It's amazing. But the mice are who saves the day at the end. They're the one who get her out the room. They're the ones who get her to the ball in the end. They're the ones who make that dress. Those stinking girls, the girl mice and the boy mice, they sew her an entire dress out of using her mother's dress as the base, and they steal the other stuff they don't even steal it. They take the stuff that the stepsisters discard, and they turn it into a gorgeous dress for her. The mice are the real MVPs of the story, with the fairy godmother coming in second, because Cinderella doesn't need to be saved, but sometimes you do need help, and that's what matters in life. Anytime you think about wow, she needed someone to save her, think about the fact that you need help in life. Everyone needs help in life. And that's what Cinderella does. She does what she can with her circumstances. She's happy with life. And ultimately, in the end, when she gets the help offered, she accepts it, and she's able to live a better life. Her and the prince can live happily ever after, and that's all I've ever wanted, and that's all, she needs, and she deserves it. So yes, 10 out of 10, honestly 11 out of 10. Cinderella is perfection incarnated. I love it.